Hi, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 2023 full moon, supermoon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel be seen by the YouTube algorithm, and you guys help it grow. So, thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without you all. I really am so grateful for each and every one of you. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during the supermoon in Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. This is the Two of Wands reversed, so doors closing, and this seems to be a going theme. If you have your your sun, your moon, your rising in Virgo, they have the same theme, and I believe also in Gemini of doors closing. It's the Three of Wands for them, but here it's the Two of Wands for you. There's a sense of, I thought I was going to head in this direction, or I thought it was going to be like this, and now it's changed. And that's going to be very powerful, that change, that insight, that understanding that, oh, it isn't what I expected it to be. And that's going to be something that spirit is saying it's happening to get you to look in another direction. For some of us, that change, that like that door closing, it's going to be rather like, what the heck just happened here? Type of thing, like we just weren't expecting it. But what opens up is going to be huge. It really is. It's going to be huge for us. It's going to bring things back into balance, which is what we're all about. So let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. And this is angelic. Know that your angels are right here with you. There are going to be times, and there are times, where you think, wow, I'm just like completely alone, or nobody gets me, nobody understands. Like, this is all on my shoulders. And you need to know that your angels are right here, especially in those darkest moments, in the time where we feel like I'm not connecting, or it's too hard, or everything is expected of me, type of thing, or I have to do all of this. And we forget that our angels are here. And we can think, what's the point? You can't help me carry the groceries. What's the point? And the point is, they give you strength, and they connect with our souls, and they lead us if we listen. And that's the point. The point is that we're not here alone. We're not abandoned. And that means something. That means a heck of a lot. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Yeah, the Two of Wands reversed again. There's this sense, like, be mindful. Be mindful that as the healing comes in, certain doors going to close, like certain ways that we saw our future. It's like, oh, well, it's not like this. Oh, it's moving in a different direction than I had expected. With the Seven of Wands. Oh, well, let's talk about the astrology of all of this, because I can see the Seven of Wands coming through, and that's the Capricorn full moon. That's really saying, okay, we have to fight, right? We have to fight. We have to be noticed. We have to be seen, type of thing. This full moon is 11 degrees, 18 minutes in Capricorn. It's a supermoon, which means that it's closer to the earth than other moons, which increases its power. And this brings light to what's not for our highest good. That's why we're going to see doors closing. We're going to see, illusions coming to light, especially illusions of the way we thought things were going to go. The sun is in Cancer and the moon is in Capricorn. And these are sister signs. They really bring forward our inner selves and our outer selves. And they say, like, what are we doing? They bring it forward in sharp focus. Now, Capricorn is about the outer world. It's about outer success. Cancer is about the inner world and nurturing ourselves and nurturing others, but it's also about inner success. Do we feel successful to ourselves? Or is it always going to be when I achieve this, when I have this, when like others say this? Because that's what this Capricorn moon brings forward. Our outer need and longing for recognition and approval. We have self-doubt and we have this underestimating, power of ourselves. Like we underestimate ourselves quite profoundly. And this is going to be a time where our self-doubt and our underestimation of ourselves comes into play. And it's like, why? And it's because we're looking outward. We're looking and we care so much about what other people think. We're looking for their approval so much that we forget that it's what we think that matters. It's connecting with us that's important. That's why our angels are saying, I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I love you. I'm connecting with you. We talk about holy people and mystics who go within. And those people go against the grain. And we later on revere them. But that has to be a trying road. That has to take, such profound strength of self. We need to ignore the outer world because we're focusing on it so much that we feel ignored. We feel overlooked. And the kicker is that everybody feels ignored and overlooked. Everybody who's seeking for that outward approval just feels like, wow, what the heck's going on? Nobody's recognizing me. Nobody's connecting with me. And it's like, yeah, they are. But everybody's in such a place of connect with me, recognize me, that we're not building anybody up. So remember that during this time. This is a time where a smile, a kind word, it really means a lot. This full moon wants us to approve of ourselves above all else, first and foremost. And then we can, give the rest of the world a thought. But if we're in love with ourselves, not in that Narcissus drowned in the lake type of thing, but in love with ourselves in a way that says, I honor me, I respect me, I see me. That's profound and that's beautiful. Capricorn is strongly linked to manifestation because, it's strongly linked to this earth. And we're going to find that when we long for the approval of everybody else and we're thinking, what do they think of me? What do they think of me? We start caring about everybody else's thoughts. They just bombard us more than we start caring about our own. Manifestation, visualization, it's important. What is your mind seeing? What are we focusing on? That's going to come to us, good or bad or in between. And we're looking at the long term. Capricorn is really good at setting and achieving long-term goals. And what's really cool is that, we have the sun trine Saturn, which enhances the supermoon in Capricorn because Saturn rules Capricorn. And so we have this ability to organize. We have this ability to look at things and say, I see what needs to be done. I see how to do this. We can really kind of organize our whole life in this time, in this supermoon, and really get things down, or at least the next 6 months, the rest of this year. We can really start to say, oh, this is what needs to be done. This is how I need to move forward. This is how I need to do things. And if we use this time and we take out our planner, we open up the app and we say, okay, this is what I'm doing, we can find that we're really successful. Okay. The sun trine Saturn. So we just talked about the sun trine Saturn, which enhances our ability to coordinate. And that's really strong for you guys. It's really strong Libra for us here. And it moves us to the moon trine Jupiter, which also has us building towards long-term goals. But Jupiter, remember, is the planet of greatness. Jupiter is the Roman name of Zeus. And so here, Jupiter enhances anything that it is next to. So it enhances the moon. It enhances the moon in Capricorn, enhancing Capricorn, but it also enhances the moon who rules Cancer. So this moon enhances both of these sister signs, which again can bring out the best or the worst in us, like sisters. Sisters can be our best friends and our worst enemies. Pluto is squared the nodal axis. Now, if we're born on the cusp with Scorpio, or we have strong Scorpio in our chart, be aware of this. Pluto rules Scorpio. And I don't know why I just said that. Pluto squared the nodal axis will be here until November. And this is the nodal axis is the north and the south lunar nodes. Now, this dares us to break old familiar patterns. It's kind of like trauma bonds, trauma patterns. Like, this worked for us. This is what we used as a coping mechanism. And now we're looking at it and we're saying, I don't want you anymore. These patterns aren't helping us, they're holding us back. But we do them because we've always done them. Now, Pluto squared the nodal axis also tells us to be the fool, to jump forward, to go after what it is that we really want, and to stop caring what others may think of us. Their opinion, none of our business. And yet during the supermoon, we feel like everybody's opinion is super our business because it's about us. I mean, come on. Pluto is the planet of rebirth. And if we open ourselves up to this energy, we will be reborn. But it's scary to open ourselves up to this energy. The nodal axis runs deeply with our souls and operates on a soul level, which is quite rare. This power of the soul is quite rare. We're being pulled towards kind of a resurrection of spirit, which is amazing and beautiful. Now, during the full moon, we are experiencing huge waves of photonic healing light. This increases the speed of our cells, towards healing, the spin of our cells, the spin and the speed of our cells towards healing. It increases it. Our soul is weaving this in with our earthly bodies to really heighten our creative link to the divine and our creativity in and of itself. But we will see this time of healing, this time of rawness, this time of power. We'll see it as a time I need to fight. So we need to be very mindful about this. I need to stand my ground. I need to fight. I need to not give way to my emotions. I need to stay strong. I need. And we're saying what we need to combat the world, not what does my heart need? What does my soul need? What am I connecting to? What's important to me? There's a wall up. And it's like, I need to stand my ground. And Spirit's saying, what if you stand your ground, but you move towards love and you move towards peace for yourself? Because fighting and constantly being ready for a fight, that's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. And it's draining our sacral chakra. It really is. Focus on your sacral chakra. Focus on that life energy within us, that creative, sensual energy. We've been fighting against its creativity. Now it's time to let it flow. I see faces coming forward, which is really interesting. The drawing of faces, the laughter of faces. And it's like, you have nothing to prove to anybody else. It's create your world. Create your world. Pick up the pen, create your world. It brings us then to the Ace of Wands. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of passion and of creativity. Fire sign energy coming in quite profoundly here. And we see this and we think, oh, this passion, this creativity, I have to prove myself. And Spirit's like, you have nothing to prove. You have nothing to prove. Let your light shine. Let your brilliance shine. Let your power shine forward and move forward in grace, in creativity. Again, I see this like a pen, tracing the outlines of a pencil, to make the drawings in ink. That's going to be so important. I just see laughing, smiling faces. People, capturing the essence of people. For somebody here, you see, like around the corner, you can see people's spirit guides. You can see, wow, you might even be able to see people's loved ones, and show them that energy. Now, you might not be able to draw their face, but like, you get it pretty darn close. There's something here where it's like you can connect them with their spirit guides. You can connect them with their, animal guides. You can connect them through imagery, through being able to see, having something in their hand. This is a pen. This is a pencil. It might be through the written word, but for somebody here, like, you are so talented and you don't see it. Or even if you do see it, it's like, oh, but, you're very humble about it. Don't be so humble. Don't be so humble. Embrace your gift. Embrace it. Yeah, I'm seeing what you expect. That door is closing, right? Here, it's like, no, What I expect isn't moving me forward. I'm taking a different path, a profound path, and it's for me. There's something about passion and creativity, artistic, putting things together, fire, what we desire, letting our light shine. The Eight of Swords, we can definitely overthink and overanalyze. Be aware of this. We'll get too much in our own heads. Oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? I want it to be just right. Capricorn energy is doing everything by the books. I'm not saying don't do things by the books, but also like let yourself just be creative. See where it takes you for a little bit. Know that yes, you'll have to get things sorted. But right now, it's like just try it. Just like step out of your comfort zone and see what happens. The Eight of Swords is we can overthink and overanalyze and keep ourselves tied back and tied down. And it's a cage in our own mind. And that's just going to be overwhelming for us. It's a sense of we think ourselves into inaction. We think ourselves into being afraid. Don't overthink. It's going to be so easy during this time to overthink, to overanalyze. Stop. The emotions can flood us. They can flood everybody. We think, oh, this is just me. No, it's not. I can assure you it is not. Don't let the emotions flood you. But know that you're not caged. In your mind, for some reason, it's like, oh no, I can't do this. Oh no, I'm not good like this. It's like, oh, it's like hiding back. No. The Ace of Cups, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine universe. I mean, you have two aces here. You have two divine gifts coming forward of passion and creativity and fire and brilliance. And now you have of love, of healing, beautiful love. You can find that you might be a little bit weepy during this time. I mean, come on, we just had the new moon on the 17th, which was astoundingly intense. Then we had the solstice on the 21st. And then now we have the full moon on the 3rd. And it can feel like, wow, I'm hit with one major energy after another, after another, after another. It's like, yeah. Also, we have other really powerful astrological movements during this time. We have the planets going retrograde, the outer planets going retrograde over the next, couple of years. They're moving now, and we can feel that shift, and everything's intense. And so we feel like our emotions are all over the place, and it's drowning us, and we're overthinking, and we're caught in our mind. It's like, oh no, I can't do this. And then it's like, oh well, okay, if I do it, I really have to fight, right? I really have to leave my footprints here, make myself known. And Spirit's like, no, embrace healing. Embrace connection with what you love, with what you desire, with what you want. Open up your heart, your soul, yourself. Move away from tears of frustration. We can have tears of joy, but we can also mourn. We can also mourn what was expected that hasn't come or that isn't. And that's okay. We make a choice and we think, oh, this is going to be the best thing ever. And then it's like, oh, wow, okay, maybe not, And we can think, oh, no, it's over. And it's not. Divinity is guiding us. It's lessening the burdens that we carry. And we can say, Dane, we've seen the Ace of Cups before and it lessens the burdens, but I still feel burdened. You say it lessens the burden, or Spirit says it lessens the burden, but I still feel burdened. It's like, yeah, because we carry a lot. We carry a lot. You see a little child, how happy and free and joyous they are? Watch people as they grow. People who stop smiling, who might have been all laughs and giggles when they were little. Life weighs us down. There's no reason for us not to be joyful. There's no reason for us not to be happy. Yes, devastating things can happen. Loss and pain and hurt. And expectations not met. But we still get to have a joyous spirit. Smile. I know I said this before, but I find it amazing. Smile. We have meridian points in our jaw. That's linked to our liver, which is where anger is held. We have meridian points in our lips that are linked to our pancreas, which is where anxiety is held. Smile. I learned this from a Qigong master, and he said, smile. I thought, oh, okay, yeah, everybody says smile. It tricks your mind into thinking you're happy. It's a frown turned upside down. It raises serotonin. I've heard it all. I still didn't do it. I used to be a very smiley, happy person all the time. Then things got real, and I didn't realize I stopped smiling until I heard what he said. I said, okay, if smiling can help me, it's super easy, right? I'll start to smile. And my face hurt because I hadn't been smiling all the time because it felt foolish. Things were intense. Heal. Connect with you. It's time to be set free. The Ace of Wands reversed. Doors are closing, and you're going to think, oh, gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. It was supposed to be that way, right? We're supposed to move forward like this. No. Doors are closing for a reason. And even though we'll think, oh my gosh, it's terrible, it's not. It's not. Start voicing to yourself what you want. It's about embracing the throat chakra, which is going to be so important to you. The sacral chakra, the throat chakra, two very, very, very important chakras. Let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. It's your emotions. Oh, goodness. Spirit just said stop, Dean. So here, it's your emotions that are tying you. It's your heart. And it's this like sense of, but when I trusted my heart, everything went astray. I trusted my heart and I had my heart broken. Now I don't know if I can trust my heart again. It's like fair. I mean, it's like being trained, right? I can't trust me. Spirit is saying this healing frees our heart. And yeah, we've made mistakes. Sure. But we also have beautiful blessings coming forward for us. And if we say that one mistake gets to, trap us for the rest of our lives, that's not fair. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. So we have the supermoon showing up right here. Oh, goodness. Let's go. I forgot. Let's go deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams and have clear boundaries. This is what I'll do. This is what I won't do. This is what's important to me. This is what isn't important to me. Have clear boundaries. Have faith in your dreams. It's time to let ourselves dream again. There's something in the cosmos. And I mean, you can check Pam Gregory's YouTube out. She does astrology and she goes so deep into things. So I highly recommend that. And I have her linked in the description box. You can check out, Spring Forest Qigong about healing and connecting. And I have that linked in the description box too. But there's something in our world right now that's like discontent, anger, sadness, chaos. We can feel it. And here it's like, have faith in your dreams. Set boundaries. Do not let the world pull you down with its negativity because it wants to. Stop listening to the news. Stop. It's energy that's just bombarding us, breaking us. Don't be broken by this world. It wants to. For some reason right now, it wants to. Be discerning. We're not being discerning. We think nothing will come of this. The void of course. I have friends who, take the void of course very seriously. It's like, I'll do nothing during this time. It's a few minutes during the lunar cycle. It happens a couple of times during, each from full moon to new moon. Check it out if you're curious. And some people say, nope, not doing anything during the void of course because nothing goes according to plan. This is going to be a time as our passion comes forward, as we're letting ourselves shine. Things aren't going to go according to plan. We have to be discerning. We're not going to be discerning. We're going to think, no, it has to be like this. No, be discerning about what energy you take on, what energy you don't take on. Be discerning about what you say yes to and what you say no to, right? Your opinion matters. And just because things aren't going according to plan, it doesn't mean that your instincts are off. It means that you need to connect with your angels more. This supermoon is releasing our fear. It is. As we break these ties, as we realize like I'm too much in my own head, my dreams are burying me, right? Here it says have faith in your dreams. But we don't want to be Mrs. Havisham in, I believe I'm saying that right, in Great Expectations, who burnt in her wedding dress because she was so devastated that didn't happen. And so she just wore the thing forever. And it was probably crinoline. Is that what it was called? Yes, that caught fire very easily. Oscar Wilde's sister died that way. So here, it's like, Let go of the dreams that are going to put you up into flames. The supermoon says emotions are running high. Release the fear. Release the fear and embrace your joy. Embrace your success. Embrace what you desire within your life. Because it's like, it's time to stop being afraid. And it's time to start living. What is it? The Dolly Parton song? It's time to start living, or, a little bit of living. I forget what it's called, but I love that song. We're not assessing. We need to assess. We're going to have a little bit of a hard time, like, looking out, because we're working through our fear. And what we can see is right now. And we can think, oh, I have to look. No, that's not it. We're going to think, oh, I have to look further. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, like, I want to look further. I want to look further. And we're having a hard time seeing. It's because we need to look right here, right now. See ourselves right at this moment and say, what am I afraid of? What is overwhelming me? We need to assess the situation. During this time, when the doors close, we begin to realize that we're the key, that we hold more power than we give ourselves credit for, Libra. That's going to be a little tricky to hear. A fiery climax approaches. This is reversed. I actually don't see you needing that fiery climax, right? This is Aries energy. This is the full moon in Aries. Aries is our sister sign. So there can be a crescendo of something. It's like, wow, look at that. But it's like, as we realize we're the key, the climax of it is like, oh, that's it. Like, that's what I was supposed to realize. Like, I have more power than I thought. It's like when you're reading a book. Gosh, the only one I could think of is The Historian, which I am forever angry about because it was so cool. And then I felt like the ending just ended. It was like, oh, okay. But that's what I feel like here. It's just like, oh, that's it. Like, oh, okay. Like, I read all those pages just for that ending type of thing. So here, just beware. And if that's your favorite book, I do apologize, but that's just what I'm thinking about here. That's the imagery that came forward. And that's what that symbolizes. So here, just know it's not going to be this like big moment. It's going to be like, oh, that's what are we supposed to be knowing? Oh, okay. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the tower. Be mindful. We have been through tower times. Things have fallen apart, and it might seem like things are losing their head a little bit. Also, be mindful of being swept into other people's tower times, other people's chaos. It'll be really easy. We need to have those clear boundaries right here. Clear boundaries. It'll be really easy to be swept into somebody else's story and forget to be living our own. Our subconscious spirit message is celestial. The planets, the stars, they affect us more than we realize. And we're going to think, oh, well, I'm just having a bad day. Well, look at the sky. Look at the moon. Solar flares. Here we have the photonic healing light. Connect with your stars more. It might sound silly to some. It has a power. Has a power. There's a reason why we look up to the heavens. We could also look down into the waters. That has a power too. Our universe, our connection with the universe, our matter, our essence is connected to so much more than we realize. We can say we had that connection before, and maybe we did. But we've definitely lost touch with it now. Connecting again to the rhythm of the earth, to the cycle of our existence. That's important. To think that we have all the answers, it's arrogant. The Tower Reverse is our tarot message. We're being warned of being swept away in chaos, in pain, in other people's stories. This is change. This is profound and intense change. I always see this as being Rapunzel, sitting in your tower, right? Or I've come to see this rather recently. And it's like you're sitting there, you're having a fine time, and then all of a sudden, somebody knocks it down. And you're like, what the heck? This was my whole entire world. Be mindful of that, because we can still think, oh, I'm going through this tower time. Spirit's saying, no, you're healing from a tower time. You're picking up the rubble. You're putting things together. You're not being drowned by it all. Be aware of this. This is a rebuilding time, and it's powerful. Our subconscious Luna message is don't let pride get in the way, and resilience. We have carried more than we could even have imagined. Don't let pride get in the way. Don't act too grand. Don't talk too bold. Don't let pride take over. Let the ego, the E in Qigong, don't let it take over you. But also our resilience. We don't need to be carrying the world tree on our back anymore. It's time to plant ourselves and be proud of ourselves. All right. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And have a fantastic supermoon. Bye.